This is the High School Coaches Roundtable Show, broadcasting from Sandy's Beef and Ale, where friends and family go for great food and all the big games since 1967. Each week, we broadcast from 2028 Old Lincoln with the stars from the Bucks County football teams. We now go live to Sandy's Beef and Ale for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. Here now is your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
All right, welcome on into Sandy's Beef and Ale for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show on WBCB. Each week we get together with some of the local high school football programs and do a check-in. We begin tonight with the Morrisville Bulldogs. Always great to be here at Sandy's. Coach, I do it all for the roast beef sandwiches, but good to be with you once again, and congratulations to Morrisville on a great start, 2-0 after your first two games. That must feel pretty good.
Yeah, very good start for the Bulldogs, and thank you for having us again.
All right, so who is up next? Please help me pronounce the name of this team, because I'm always slipping up on Pequea Valley.
Pequea Valley.
Yeah. See, I knew I'd mess it up.
Yeah, they're out in District 3, which is the Lancaster-Lebanon League. We played them last year. It was away, so we had to take that road trip, and just happy that they have to come to us now.
All right, so you guys get a 29-8 win over Columbia Montour.
Yep.
2-0 so far. What is going well? What do you guys see when you break down the film? And where are the strengths on this Bulldog squad?
Yeah, so like I said last week, our defense is it's key. When we're playing well and we're clicking on defense, I like our chances. The past 2 weeks, the offense was slow to start, but then turned it on in the second half. So I'm saying right now we're a little bit of a second half team.
Well, back-to-back district champs, and you guys bring that momentum into this season. Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the Roundtable Show, and maybe a little bit about his play in this past week against Columbia Montour and in Week 1 action.
Yeah, so I brought senior Zayden Gomez. I've been lucky enough to coach him this is the third season now. He's just a selfless player. I mean, he changed positions for us. He was a corner, and now he's our safety. I asked him, I said, you're going to have to tackle a little more when you move to safety, and he said, I got it, Coach. And I think last week he had 8 tackles along with a pick 6. So he's a guy who could cover, and he could come down and make a tackle.
So embracing that physicality in this new role? Yeah, well, hold on. I get the right microphone on here. Somehow I got you. Yeah, so a little more physical this year. 8 tackles. Feels good out there to, I don't know, get a little physical, pop the pads, and a little different this year for you, though.
Yeah, it is. I like it here, though.
All right, as a senior, what about future plans? After you're done at Morrisville, what do you hope to do next year moving forward?
I want to go to college. I don't know for football yet, but we'll see where the road takes me.
What are you hearing from your coaches about this team you're going to play in Week 3? What do you guys need to do well in order to move on to 3-0? That would be pretty awesome.
It's going to be a tough game for us. We have to win up front and just be physical with them.
All right, we're here at Sandy's, a great spot to catch all the NFL action, and the Eagles get started on Thursday. Are you an NFL football fan?
Yeah.
All right, so who is your favorite NFL player that plays your position?
Position. See it. You know the safety from Buccaneers, Winfield?
Yeah.
That's him.
I mean, and you like his quickness, speed,
Yeah.
What about his game do you really appreciate?
I like how he can play the field. He can go anywhere he needs to be.
You know, this year you guys come in, again, back-to-back district champs. Feel a little bit of pressure this season, higher expectations maybe?
No, I know we're going to do what we have to do. We're going to go for the three-peat.
Well, good luck this week as you guys continue to move on. Morrisville Bulldogs with us tonight on WBCB for our High School Coaches Roundtable Show. And, good luck as you guys continue to move on and keep that record unblemished. And we always look forward to the Thursday, the Thanksgiving Day game. Any game day traditions or superstitions?
Nope, just get up early and ready to play.
Nothing like wearing the same socks or any equipment things or whatever?
No, just stay ready.
All right, as a senior, Zayden, for this Bulldog team, have you taken on a leadership role, and do you feel like that your relationship with your teammates is different this year because you are a senior on this team and you've been there 3 years? You've seen, shared some of the success they've had over the last couple of seasons?
I wouldn't say it's too different. I've always been a leader, trying to help teammates be better, get to where I have to be. So this year just gives me more authority, help them more, they listen more.
Yeah. Well, again, good luck, guys. Thanks to the Morrisville Bulldogs for stopping in to Sandy's Beef and Ale. What's your sandwich order tonight? They put together a special menu, and sometimes it's like a personality test to see what.
Yeah, and that's where we're at right now. I don't really want to say it out loud, but you could say it.
The buffalo wrap.
Buffalo wrap.
Both got the same
That's
thing.
We're rap guys.
Respectable.
We like the raps.
Yeah, I don't know. The wrap, that does seem a little bit out of place for
Yep.
Sandy's Beef and
Yep.
Ale.
Yep.
But they have great wraps. They got great sandwiches. They got great everything here. Appreciate the Bulldogs being with us tonight for the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. And we're going to bring up the Neshaminy Redskins
Thank
now.
you.
We'll let you guys get back to your wraps.
Thank you.
As we continue to talk high school football, and what we get to do here is we get to meet the coaches, we meet the players, we preview some of the games coming up on WBCB, and we've got a doubleheader for you on Friday night. The Neshaminy Redskins are in action, and we'll have that game for you. 7 o'clock kickoff, and the Pensbury Falcons taking on Council Rock South. The Golden Hawks and the Falcons are both here tonight at Sandy's, so we'll talk about that game as we work through our high school coaches roundtable tonight as we bring the Neshaminy Redskins here up to our roundtable. Again, Sandy's a great spot for all of the NFL action, the Phillies games, and of course, great hand-carved Sandy witches. Neshaminy also off to a great start. 2-0. Hold on, I want Coach Felis to be right next to me. We got our coach's chair, and we got couple of seats for our players with us. Yeah, Neshaminy 2-0, and so far, nobody able to score a point off of the Redskins. And back with us, Coach Felis, as they get ready for Cheltenham in Week 3. Coach, congratulations on the good start to this high school football season.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us again. We're just thankful to get off to a good start. And like I said, the kids have worked extremely hard. The community support has been outstanding, and we're really excited for our first home game. We're really excited for our first game. The players keep telling me how exciting it is on the Ridge, and I'm so pumped up for this game.
First chance for you to get to experience that this week against Council Rock North. You guys had a lot of success in the first half, and that allowed you to bring in some different guys in the second half, and that can maybe bear some benefits and dividends down the road to get some of those guys some varsity experience in the second half of that game.
Yeah, there's no substitute for experience. We're, like I said, our varsity guys did a good job in the first half of doing what we needed them to do, executing on both sides of the ball. So that enabled us to get a lot of players in the game. And, those Friday night game reps, and these guys have played a ton of football over the years, and they'll tell you, practice is tough. We practice extremely hard. We're very structured. We're intense. But there's no substitute for that Friday night game experience. And we're fortunate on Thursday night to get a lot of guys a lot of playing time.
Back-to-back shutouts for Neshaminy, 41-0 over Council Rock North. Where do you see the strengths of this team when you break down film and you get ready for a very rigorous SOL schedule?
Yeah, you talk about breaking down film. Our defensive coordinator, Mitch Cohen, he's actually here tonight. Mitch and our defensive staff have done a great job of putting the defensive together. And we have two of our defensive leaders, Carson Snyder and Owen Schwartz. These guys really grind it out. They put the time on the field, but their film study is off the charts, scouting reports. These guys do a great job of preparing themselves. And I think you're starting to see that on Friday night, being able to know what the offense is going to run and be able to be aggressive and play fast.
What should we expect from Cheltenham this week? Game plan, or as far as what kind of approach they're going to have in this game?
Yeah, they're very talented. They're good up front. They're fast. They like to spread the ball around.
Right.
We have to be aware of their quarterback. He can scramble, make plays. We've got to be sound. Just like we talk about every week, do your job on defense. Everyone has a job to do. Everyone has a specific key to read. If we're sound, we do our job. and we run the football, we feel like we can be successful.
All right, I did just a little bit of research, and I think I got the 212. That is the boiling point of water.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah.
so you kind of talk to your guys in other football programs, talk about 212 degrees. At 211 degrees, nothing happens. So you need that extra degree in order to make things happen. I guess you guys have been boiling. That water's been boiling in these first 2 games.
Yeah, and these guys completely bought into the philosophy of what it means. And it's not just on the field. It's everything we do in life. You got to give that extra effort. You got to be there for your teammates and your people. And you got to just, understand that it takes a group effort. It takes everyone being able to give that extra effort. And there's a fine line. Also, there's a presentation with the 212. It shows the fine line between winning and losing. And it also, these guys have to understand that. Like, there's only certain things that can separate you from success or lack of success, but they've been doing a great job of embodying that philosophy.
All right, let's talk to these guys. Carson and Owen here with us tonight. Carson, tell us a little bit about the success so far this season. Feels like, I don't know, something really good going on with Neshaminy football right now. You feeling that on the sidelines and in the locker room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been at it since May, kind of just building and building and build. Like, we have also at 212, we have like stack a day. Stack each day as many times as you can, and it'll build into something great. And we've been building this program and this defense since May. Like, our chemistry right now is the best that I've seen it in like years. I feel like, and we also have a motto called as one. I feel like we play as one, we feel as one, and it just feels great to have that chemistry going with every man on the field, all 11 guys running around.
All right, expecting you guys need to step up a little bit against Cheltenham here this week. Might be one of your toughest tests so far.
Yeah, they're a very talented team. Like, during our scouting report, they have a bunch of talented guys, and we have to account for that talent. We can't come into this game thinking, oh, just because they're 0-2, we can't take this game seriously. They are a very talented team, and they're hungry, especially because of last year. They're hungry. We have to match that hunger and overcome the challenge.
Here at Sandy's Beef and Ale, home of the world-famous hand-carved sandwich, great place to watch some Eagles football. NFL action starting this week. Asking everybody on the show tonight, your favorite NFL player that plays your position. Carson, a linebacker and H-back. So you got little options.
Yeah. My favorite guy is definitely Zach Bond. I've been studying that guy ever since week 1, just looking at his tapes over the week, like aspiring to be him, and just kind of looking at how he fits gaps in schemes, what he does pre-play, during the play, and like how he fits a gap post-play. It's really helped me a lot in this year, especially from last year.
All right, Carson, how about your sandwich order tonight? You get the roast beef?
Nah, I got the buffalo chicken wrap.
Oh, man, some more wrappers up here. All right, well, good luck this week. Got the game for you on WBCB as Neshaminy takes on Cheltenham. Owen, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like when you guys finally get back home for your first home game? That's kind of unusual, week 3, and you haven't been at Heartbreak Ridge yet.
I'm really excited overall to be there. The atmosphere is really great. I've been here. This is my 4th year on the team now, being on varsity, and I've just really loved the atmosphere every single year. And I think we're off to a great start this year, and I just really hope it's going to go great.
No question, off to a great start. And now you guys back to school. Are you feeling a little bit of the energy from your classmates in the building right now? Because you guys feels like building something, and now week 3, you get to be home, and the student section probably going to be rocking.
100%. I really think it's a positive community, especially within the school, building relationships with teachers and students and staff, everybody throughout everywhere. And I just really think that's important for everybody to do, and I really think it helps bring that camaraderie to everybody, and I really think it just helps.
All those great Neshaminy traditions. How about your favorite NFL guy that plays your position? Owen, a defensive end and offensive lineman?
Max Carlsby.
Yeah. All right, so 3 tackles for loss. Can you take us through some of those plays and how you were able to get into the backfield?
Honestly, over the past couple of years, really just figuring out how to develop myself as a defensive lineman and really figuring out where I fit in. And over the past year, really just going in and developing a pass rush and being able to play the run and just being able to spread it out throughout the field and all over the defense.
Well, good luck this week as Neshaminy looking to keep it going against Cheltenham. And, you know, we get to meet the high school football players. It's great here. Thanks to the coaches, the players for giving up a little bit of time. And you get to have some sandwiches and a little camaraderie, get to deepen the connection between the coaches and the players, which is a cool part of this high school coaches roundtable thing. Appreciate Neshaminy being with us tonight. Again, we got their game for you on Friday night on WBCB. All right, we're going to step aside, take care of a couple of quick messages, and return here. Coming up, we got Pensbury. Who else did I say we got coming up next? We're checking our list here, Coach. And Bensalem. All right, we're coming right back. More High School Coaches Roundtable show in a moment.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
All right, welcome back to Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous hand-carved sandwich, as we got the Pennsbury Falcons with us now. They're looking for their first win of the season. We've got their game against Council Rock South coming your way on Friday night on the WBCB Sports Network. And with us is Coach Czechia. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about this start. You focus on the defensive side of the football, and in both of these games, you guys have let up a couple of big plays, but in general, it seems like a lot of positives that stopping the run, and, you know, you guys have been doing some things well, even though you haven't been getting the results you're looking for.
Yeah, no, I mean, that has been a little bit of a theme this week, and Luke and I were talking about it as we were coming up here, you know. We played two real tough opponents to start the year. We knew coming in that Northampton was going to be tough.
And is that kind of by design, Coach, that you guys want to have that tougher schedule?
Yeah, I think we kind of take pride in that, and you know, we want to kind of measure up, you know, early on, and especially, you know, the way the format is now, you know, most of your schedule is decided for you, you know, and that week 0, you know, if you want to call it that, is really the only freedom you have, right?
Well, that's the only elective class that you can take.
Right. So, you know, we got Northampton with that in mind, you know, that they're a pretty tough team, and they're going to help us prepare for a really physical, tough league, you know. And I think there was a lot of reassuring things that we took away from that Northampton game. The little bit of disappointment was, you know, we could have, I think, we were hoping and expecting to take that next step up against Quakertown.
Build on that.
And some things just didn't click as we had hoped they would. But that being said, like you're saying, there's a lot of positives to take away and things to build on for sure.
All right, a critical Week 3 game for the Pensbury Falcons. They take on Council Rock South. We'll talk to the Golden Hawks later on in the show. They're here at Sandy's as well. They're playing some really good football. And looking forward to this one. You guys travel to Newtown. It's your first away game this season. And that provides some opportunities to bring the team together and to work on chemistry and all that kind of intangible stuff.
Sure, you know, and I mean, you know, like, just little things about aspects of high school football you don't think about. You know, this is the first week that we have where kids are in school. You know, that routine is kind of back. And like you said, the routine of going to an away game and preparing for an away game. And the fact that CR South's just a really good football team, you know, and We have to, prepare for them. We know for sure that they're going to be tough and physical. And, just like the first 2 weeks, we need to, match and exceed that level of physicality on both sides of the ball.
How about game plan wise? What are you preparing for to see from Council Rock South as far as their X's and O's go as you get ready?
They have a really solid, strong offensive line with just a lot of senior leadership on it. That's pretty apparent. Coach Silik's been there. I believe this is year 4. And he's been, building a program. That's pretty apparent. So, you got to give him a lot of credit. You got to give them some continuity. Those are big things going for them. The offense is pretty balanced. They have a pretty good quarterback that can sling it, that can move around in the pocket. And like I said, they have that run game, and that strong O-line. So, they're well balanced and they're well built offensively. As we're preparing, as I'm preparing defensively, looking at that.
Right.
I can't speak as much about their defense, but
Gotcha.
just in general, they're a tough physical team that flies around and seems to be very sound.
When we're here at the High School Coaches Roundtable show, all of the coaches, they kind of say, look, we're just going 1-0 this week. And
Absolutely.
They put all the importance on this week's game. Mm-hmm. And it is week 3. You guys are looking for your first win. Is there any added motivation that this week?
Well, it's another part of what I was saying with Luke before. We kind of, as coaches, we prepare each week, the same way. You have to approach it that way. And unfortunately, results don't always pan out how you expect. But as I was saying with Luke, a couple things break differently in those first 2 games we had. We're easily looking at potentially a different record, and would that change everything that we're doing this week? Probably not, right? Like, we're still going to approach,
right,
game at a time.
Go through the process.
Yeah, the process stays the same. And you just have faith in what you're doing and how you're preparing, and that we're going to get our kids in the best possible spot to be successful.
And how that preparation is going to lead to the results you guys are looking for this week against Council Rock South. Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
So this is Luke Bagley. We've had a couple of his brothers come through the program.
Another Bagley.
Yes, and he does a great job. He's been giving us a lot defensively. Plays a little bit of a hybrid position for us at the safety, where we ask him to cover guys, we ask him to be active in the run game. He had a lot of tackles last week. He also has been a major contributor on special teams. Had a huge blocked punt for us that brought us back into the game. I believe maybe early in the fourth quarter it happened, where all of a sudden we're kind of sitting there 14-0, and next thing you know, it's a 1-score game. Hey, defense, get a stop and let's see what happens. And we preach that all the time. You don't know when the play of the game could happen. Right, it totally changed everything, and Luke's just been a great soldier, locked in, does everything we ask him to do.
Luke, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us tonight. Take us through that play. It was awesome. Blocked punt, and then you're able to get on it in the end zone. But what did you see there? I mean, did somebody miss you? Did you got kind of a free runner in there?
Kind of leading up to that punt, coming off the edge, I would kind of come into it and then kind of back off, so it kind of was like a distraction almost, not really letting them know that I'm coming. So I was kind of faking rushing a lot of times.
So you could see something throughout the game as an option, a possibility for you.
And especially on that last punt, I kind of throughout the game I had noticed that they weren't really looking at me. They were kind of looking more inside and not really looking towards the outside guy. And I took advantage of that and got the blocked punt.
You get the blocked punt, and then you're able to jump up and get the ball in the end zone. I mean, the ball kind of skidded right to a perfect spot there, able to jump on it. What was the reaction like on the sideline when you're able to come back? Because that did give you guys life in that game. Unfortunately, weren't able to capitalize on it, but you guys needed that desperately, and must have been awesome to come back and hear from your coaches, your teammates, everybody giving you some love.
Yeah, it's a big momentum change, and like I said, it brought us back into the game. It's sad that we couldn't capitalize off of it, but just a big momentum change.
All right, tough game this week against Council Rock South. What are you hearing from your coaches that you guys need to do well? Where do you see the strengths of the defense as you guys have now got a couple of games under your belt?
I definitely do think our run defense has really stepped it up, especially with, having our front six being all seniors aside from me at middle linebacker last year. A lot of those guys leaving,
Right.
A lot of spots to fill, and I feel like we filled them pretty well with guys like Henry Garlitz and Justin LaRue.
Yeah, Henry kind of stepping up into Walker Murray's role, and you guys moving on here into week 3 right now. Who is your favorite NFL player that plays your position?
I'll probably go with Brian Dawkins. I like how physical he is, and, just bringing that, physicality to the game,
The Wolverine. Yeah, he talked about how he would, flip a switch when he would go from regular guy to Brian Dawkins football player.
Yeah.
Do you kind of do something similar to that? I mean, you
I do
seem
feel
like
like-
you're like a nice guy over here, but you bring the
It's definitely-
physicality when you get out there.
Yeah, it's definitely a switch. I mean, being on that football field, it's totally different mindset throughout the day, But I do feel like I have that kind of switch,
I mean, how about your brothers and the Bagley legacy right now? You're kind of holding that up. Do you still hear those guys see your game? Do they get back to it?
Yeah, I mean, they always try to watch. I mean,
Sure.
Johnny, the oldest, he normally will show up to the games. Nate's been away to college, so he's been watching on WBCB.
Nice.
But, they'll always talk to me about
Thanks,
it after
Nate.
the game. But, yeah, they're pretty involved in it still.
All right, well, good luck this week, guys. Appreciate your being with us tonight. How about your sandwich order?
I got a junkyard dog.
All right, that's legit. One of the specialty sandwiches here at Sandy's. That's pretty good.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll let you guys get back to the sandwiches, and we're going to bring up the Bensalem Owls right now, talk more high school football on WBCB. Thanks so much to Coach Czechia, to Luke Bagley for being with us.
Thank you.
And again, we got that game, Council Rock South hosting Pensbury on Friday night. We'll be under the lights for that one. And right now here at Sandy's, a great spot for all of the NFL action. Also a huge place for Penn State football. And they do the Penn State tailgate. Come on down, guys. We want Coach down here. Bensalem, a wild game this week. They fell 36-33, but a lot of points scored between Bensalem and the Penn Ridge Rams. And we appreciate Coach Luna for being with us. Coach, bring that mic down so everybody can hear you. Tell us about that, how that game unfolded, because you guys were even at halftime, and so you guys need some extra points in there.
Yeah, I mean, we lost essentially by a 2-point conversion and an extra point. We knew going into the game it was going to be physical. We know we can put up points. We just had to figure out ways to stop them, and it was a tough task. They came well prepared. We did what we could in practice that week, and they just had the upper hand by a little bit that game.
Yeah, a lot of things are about perception more than reality necessarily. And Penn Ridge coming out of the other side of the SOL, everybody thinks, they're this big juggernaut. What was your mindset going into that game? It seemed like you guys were savoring an opportunity to kind of have a measuring stick against one of those teams from the SOL Patriot.
Right, yeah. Ever since I've been coaching there, they've been a very physical team.
Yeah.
So we knew that going in, but we believed in our guys. They're all now seniors, majority of them. We just needed a stop. It came down to one stop, and
Gotcha.
that's what it was. So.
Well, having all those seniors has to be a little bit of a luxury, having that varsity experience and the leadership with the Bensalem Owls team, and you guys get ready to play Abington. What do you see, Coach, when you look at the Ghosts and what you guys might be able to do to take advantage of Abington this week?
We play in 6A football in Pennsylvania, so no game is going to be a walkthrough. So we believe that we're doing enough in practice to come to to do what we need to do to finish that game out, and we expect them to come out and be well prepared as well.
We were talking with the other team. They said there's a process and there's a way to approach it. Kind of same thing for Bensalem, that you guys get back to it, get back to the drawing board, and get your guys back. Intense practices this week, I'm guessing.
Yes, we even practiced on Monday in the morning and Labor Day, so no days off, especially after a tough loss like that on Thursday, actually. So, yeah, it was time to put the work in again, right back on the clock.
I was thinking about coming over and saying hello on Monday. I was playing tennis over there with my brother, and I think, I saw you guys over there putting the work in. Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the roundtable.
I have Lucas Hasson. He's a senior. He's a linebacker. And I have Isaiah Poston. He's also a senior, and he's a cornerback.
Guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us tonight. Lucas, who's your favorite NFL player that plays your position?
I mean, I feel like I have to go with Zach Bond. I feel like that's the obvious answer right now.
It's a good answer. Yeah. That's a real good answer. No question about that. What are you hearing from your coaches that you guys need to do well against Abington in order to bounce back and get a big win?
I mean, I feel like it all just comes down to execution. I feel like our coaches put in a great game plan every week for us that as long as we go out there and we do what we've been practicing in practice all week long, that there's no reason we shouldn't be able to go out there and beat any team that comes to face us.
I mean, disappointing how things played out in that last game, but you must feel pretty good about some of the positive things you guys were able to do against Penn Ridge and try to build off of that stuff. I mean, 33 points, and you were right in that game. Does that kind of give you a little bit more motivation this week during practice?
Of course. I mean, especially as a defensive player, when your offense puts up that many points, you feel like, especially as a defensive player, that you got to come out of that game with a W. I mean, there was really no excuse that giving up that many points, but, it's right back to practice. It's motivation to get out there and work hard all week throughout practice to come and put on a better performance on Friday.
Lucas, a busy guy out there, 12 tackles, 3 tackles for loss in this last game. What is an Owl ambassador? It says here that that's something that you're involved in.
Yeah, so basically it's just a leadership group at the school. So, just involved with some activities that go around during the school. Like back to school night is tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So some Owl ambassadors, you can sign up and you just go and you direct people around, show people where everything is. When the freshmen come in for tours at the end of the school year, in the beginning of the school year, we show them around, give them tours of the building and stuff like that. So it's really just a leadership group that's involved with a bunch of stuff around the school.
And just making everybody's experience at Bensalem as good as it possibly can be.
Of course, yeah.
All right, well, good luck this week as you guys get ready to take on Abington. And Isaiah, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about 10 tackles, a couple of tackles for loss, the pass breakups. What's your highlight so far from this season? Seems like you got a lot of ways you're filling up the different stat categories.
Probably when I got my sack against Pennsbury. It was a good one. It was in the first quarter, first down. I just went up. It was like a QB run, but he was going past it.
Right.
And I ran up and I tackled him.
What do you guys need to do well in order to get a win against Abington? And I mean, right now it's still early in the season. What can you guys do to continue to play better football?
Probably be more aggressive, not give up. Even if it's a close game, you can't just give up. And even if it's a blowout, you can't give up either.
Right. You got to just stay in it, stay competitive. How about your favorite NFL guy that plays your position?
Probably Cooper DeJean.
Okay. A lot of Eagles getting recognized here. Why not? Cooper DeJean, great season last year. And how about after high school? What?
I'm probably going to go to University of Tampa to run track.
Nice. And you already have an offer down there?
Nah, I'm talking to coaches right now.
You know somebody?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, best of luck in whatever is next for you. And Lucas, same for you. How about future plans?
So currently I'm in the process of applying to the Naval Academy. I mean, if I can go up there and play football, that'd be great. But that's why I'm in the process of applying to there now. It's a hard process, but that's really my main plan for after high school.
Yeah, it's lofty goals, and good luck as you go after them. And good luck as you guys go after Abington this week. And appreciate Lucas and Isaiah being with us, Coach Luna for bringing him out. Thanks, guys, and keep it going. Bensalem Owls with us here as we're talking high school football from Sandy's Beef and Ale. All right, we got to step aside, take care of a couple of messages, and return here to the home of the world-famous hand-carved sandwich. Oh, I see we got Bristol added to the mix here. So we'll get the Warriors in there. Also, we'll be talking to Conwell-Egan Catholic and the Council Rock South Golden Hawks when we return, coming right back to Sandy's in just a bit.
Your day-to-day life is hectic between having to pick up the kids, make dinner, the countless other tasks that you got to get done. Rob's Automotive and Collision is there to make your life a whole lot easier. Make sure you take advantage of their spacious waiting rooms, the large flat-screen TVs, complimentary coffee and muffins, and free Wi-Fi. So even when you do have to stop, Rob's is there to make you feel right at home. Give Rob's a call today at 215-826-9200 for any of your auto repair needs.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
We now return to Sandy's Beef and Ale in Langhorne for the Bucks County Coaches Roundtable Show. Once again, here's your host, WBCB's Chris Ermer.
All right, welcome back to Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous hand-carved sandwich, and we got the high school coaches roundtable every Wednesday night from 7 to 8, and we thank the coaches and the players for giving us a little bit of time, being part of the show. Gives them an opportunity to get interviewed, be under the hot lights, and allows us to find out a little bit more about what's going on the high school football scene here in the area. We got Conwell-Egan Catholic now, the Eagles with us. Great start so far for Egan, 2-0. And you guys looking at the 6A defending public league champions. Coach Jenkinson, that's got to pose a little bit of an issue for you guys. What's the scouting report on Lincoln High School, the Rail Splitters?
Yeah, it's fun. It's high school football.
Hey, welcome back, by the way. Like riding a bike, you're back with us here.
It's been a minute, yeah, but it's good to be back. Yeah, I mean, they're very big. They're extremely athletic. They pose a lot of challenges for us on both sides of the ball. But, you know, we kind of keep it pretty simple in our program. I mean, I tell our kids every day it's only about today. You know, we got to be 1-0 today, and tomorrow, same thing. It's just rinse and repeat, and they've done a really nice job of kind of grasping that and getting better every day on both sides of the ball. We've been really dynamic this year on offense, and we've got 7 or 8 different kids that have scored. You know, so it's tough to defend us. It makes it tough on us in practice. We practice against our offense, and it makes our defense better. And I think a situation like that is going to get us in a good spot for this weekend because, yeah, they're the defending 6A champions in the pub league, and you know they're off and running too. So,
Coach Jenkinson, the defensive coordinator for the Conwell-Egan Catholic Eagles, where do you see the strengths of your defense starting to show up, and what kind of position groups you feel like? Or I mean, is that a fair question?
Yeah, that's a fair question. I mean, what I really like I've seen so far is the communication has continued to get better and better every time we've had a practice session. You know, everything we do out there is about, you know, alignment, assignment, communication, and then just go play ball. And they've gotten really, really good the last 2 to 3 practices of just communicating amongst each other, and that's going to help us, you know, because, again, our goals are pretty simple. Our goals are November and December. And, you know, the better they get day by day, the closer we're going to get to that. So.
Well, you guys are on your way right now with a 2-0 start, which is great. Also great that you guys get to be at home.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that the start time got kicked back this week. Just for everybody, Lincoln going to be a 6:30 kickoff.
Yeah, the lights are going to be on. So there'll be a different set of lights shining in Fairless Hills, not just the ones over at Pennsbury. And it's exciting. We're back to school, so I think we'll have a good turnout from the students. So yeah, we're excited. So.
Yeah, students rallying around this team as well with a great 2-0 start. Coach, tell us who you brought with you for the roundtable tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, we have two of our players here. We have senior Connor Horger. Connor's been a player for us for a number of years now. He plays on both sides of the ball. He's an anchor for us on our offensive line. And then on the defensive line, he can play 1 technique, 3 technique. I typically don't like to just pigeonhole kids into positions. We'll move them around from time to time. But he's a leader in our weight room. And then next to him, we have Joel Joseph, who's a sophomore, who coming out of the halftime last week, we challenged the kids to get a quick 3 and out. And Joel took that upon himself to blow up all 3 plays. And he earned himself some extra playing time this week because of it. And he's also modeling his off-season weight room lifter of the off-season shirt. He doesn't look big, but I'll tell you what, pound for pound, he works his butt off. And it was a great reward to see him get that for his off-season efforts. But he plays defensive back as well as receiver and running back for us.
Well, hard work required to be a Conwell-Egan Catholic Eagle. Connor, how would you define Conwell-Egan Catholic football?
Really a lot of hard work. That's what our team does every year. We put in a lot of hard work, comes the season, and we make it pay off. And even in the season, it's hard work. We lift, we practice, we go for hours, and we don't hate it. We do it because we want to play football and we want to win. We want to go far.
All right, so how has the chemistry been developing amongst the offensive line and defensive line? I mean, you're playing right alongside guys, and sometimes it's different personnel from year to year, which can be a little bit of a challenge. I guess that kind of calls on your leadership skills.
It's great. I take it upon myself to make sure our O-line is at the top of our communication, because that's one of our most important things. Because we run the ball, we pass the ball. We got to be able to check from thing to thing, but then also on our defensive line, we're communicating, and not just with the linemen itself. We communicate with the whole defense, with the backers, with the safeties. We just depend on what our plays are going like and what game we're in.
I mean, that was one of the things that Coach Jenkinson was talking about, that communication. I feel like that really has continued to improve each game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it improves a lot. I know especially my one linebacker, Dane Osbury, he's been doing really good, and I love to communicate with him because he's a smart football player. He helps me a lot, being behind me to cover up with other gaps. So I love communicating with him and playing with him because it helps a lot.
And necessary, make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yes.
Connor, an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman for the Eagles. How about your favorite NFL players at the positions that you play?
At the positions I play, I'm mostly, right now, probably Cam Jurgens is one of my favorite, just personally because I'm a center.
Right.
It's what I aspire to be.
Jason Kelsey retired, so that answer's off the table, I guess. And defensive line guys that you like to watch at the NFL level?
Aaron Donald was always great to watch.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of my favorites. But, yeah, those are – on defense, it's mostly – I'm excited to see he just – from Penn State, he just got drafted too.
Oh, Abdul Carter?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does this year.
All right, what are you hearing? You guys need to do well against the Rail Splitters to get a win, go 3-0, keep this thing going.
Play hard football. That's what we do, and we got to keep with them every play of the game. Every play is a different play, beginning, middle, end. Every play is a different game. We got to do it, and if we stay toe to toe with them, then I think we'll have a good game.
Well, good luck this week. Thanks for being with us. Joel, take us through that series Coach Jenkinson was describing where you blew up back-to-back-to-back plays to get a quick 3 and out to start the third quarter, give your team some momentum.
Coach put me in the game, and I had to make a play. He gave me the opportunity, and I had to show him what I can do. And I just had to get in there, do what I can do, and practice hard for it.
How would you define Conwell-Egan Catholic football? What's the brand of football that you guys play?
Aggressive, communication, and play hard.
Key this week against Lincoln High School. What are you hearing from your coaches? And, you guys looking to go 3-0. That would be an awesome pre-league start for this high school football season.
Just play hard and be aggressive and play Conwell-Egan football.
All right, 6:30 kickoff. Lincoln coming to Conwell-Egan Catholic. What's that game day atmosphere like now that you guys are on campus? And I don't know, did you ever play the games when Egan was playing at Truman?
No.
No, you don't have anything to compare it to, at least not in that regard. But what kind of game day things do you really savor? And do you got any game day superstitions that?
No, don't have no game day superstitions. But the atmosphere is just like loud. Everybody's there and just ready. Just be ready to play football.
All right, well, we need everybody to come out, support Conwell-Egan Catholic, especially the Egan students. Have you been feeling the energy in the building now that you're back to school?
Yeah, a lot more people is coming to our games this year than way before.
Yeah, well, got a lot to cheer for so far on this season. 2-0 are Conwell-Egan Catholic. Thanks to the Eagles for being with us tonight for the Roundtable show. And we're going to keep things moving. Let's get the Golden Hawks from Council Rock South up here.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
you.
Thanks so much to Connor. Also to Joel. It's 6:30 for their home game Friday night under the lights at Conwell-Egan Catholic High School. And we are looking forward to the Council Rock South Golden Hawks hosting the Pensbury Falcons. And we welcome Council Rock South. 1-1 so far on the season. Council Rock South with a tough game against North Penn and a close game. I saw a second half score, 14-14, and you guys fell by a touchdown. Coach, tell us a little bit about how that game unfolded. And I don't know, when you look back at it, maybe where you feel like you guys could have capitalized on some opportunities.
Yeah, we left a few plays out there on the field. We had a few missed assignments, a few penalties that didn't fall our way. And it was a good game. It was close. We battled the entire time. We had our chances to win the football game. We gave them chances to win the football game. At the end, we threw a Hail Mary and caught it. Play was called back for a penalty, but we gave it all we got. So we feel if we play that game again, we'll be on the other end of that game. So.
All right, did you feel like this was a good way to get ready for Pensbury, or that there's go North Penn, now Pensbury? You guys are facing some big schools back to back.
Yeah, they're obviously they're reputable schools, and we feel confident going into them that like we can compete. Like that's what we're here for. We're on the stage to be able to play against them and everything that way. We have a good senior class with us. We have a great offensive line and a lot of returning starters from last year, so we feel confident in ourselves.
All right, the key to stopping Pensbury is stopping the run. Coach, how do you guys get that done?
Our defense is phenomenal. They swarm to the ball. They play their game. They play their assignments, and they rely on their teammates to do their job.
All right, Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the Roundtable. We get to meet the high school players, the coaches. Appreciate your guys being with us tonight.
So to my right is JT McCluskey. He's one of our centers. He plays offensive line and defensive line. And then Mickey Trampe. He plays left tackle for us, and then he also plays on the defensive line.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. All right, JT, how about your favorite NFL player that plays your position?
Definitely Jason Kelsey.
That's a great answer, even though he's retired.
Doesn't play.
Well, still my favorite player.
I still say that counts. What do you guys need to do well against Pensbury in order to get a win, go 2-1, get a little momentum going into your league schedule, which would be big?
I would say we definitely just got to communicate up front. You know, I know they like the blitz a lot, so definitely stop the blitz. And just, stop the blitz.
How about along that offensive line, that personnel, kind of familiar faces on both sides of you, new guys? How's that chemistry been developing over the first couple of games? Because it'll be challenged with some extra guys coming in.
Yeah, no, I think our chemistry is pretty fine up front. I mean, some of us have played together since we were 4 years old, so, I mean, the chemistry's always been there.
All right, how about future plans after Council Rock and high school football this season? What are you looking at next year?
I think I'm going to go to the business school up in Penn State. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, Sandy's is a great Penn State vibe here whenever they play. People in this area, you got a lot of Penn State people around here, so great choice. Against Pensbury, it's stopping that run. You guys get to be at home, though. And What's your favorite elements of that game day atmosphere and the experience? I don't know, taking the field, hearing the band.
Definitely just like having my friends out there supporting me. Yeah, it just gets me going. Yeah.
Have you been feeling a little bit of energy from your fellow students now that you guys are back to school?
Yeah, I've been telling everyone this team's real. Like we can compete now. Like this is it.
Well, hopefully they come out to support you guys this week, and it's a full house for Council Rock South. Pennsbury travels pretty well, and it'll be a local game, so I think there's not going to be a lot of empty seats in Newtown on Friday night. Good luck as you guys get ready for a big game. And Mickey, also with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, what do you think the key is for you guys this week? What have you guys been doing well? What do you need to build off of? And what did you like from this last week's game?
Just our line and relying on our big guys up front and our experience. Just the same thing, keep it going.
How about your favorite NFL guy?
Probably just go with Jordan Mailata. Yeah.
Left tackle, same position.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice. Are you an NFL, like a football fan?
Yeah, I'd say so. College football, NFL, yeah.
I mean, this is mentioned how much work players put in, how much hard work is involved in it. What about this game is rewarding to you? I mean, why football? For your extracurricular activities, just something you've always done?
It's always done. It's fun to me. It's fun to have my friends out there with me and just show people what we're about.
Now, everybody thinks about Pensbury as a ground and pound, ground attack. You guys must take some pride in how you guys move the football on the ground. Is that something you've been working on this week against Pensbury? Any new things that you've added in?
Not really. Just keep the same stuff. It's been working, so just relying on our experience and the same stuff up front.
All right. Well, how about your sandwich order?
We both got the Cubans.
All right.
Yeah.
That's Pat Wanling's favorite sandwich. So that's legit
Trust the
too.
process with the Cuban there.
One of the specialties.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being with us and being part of our high school roundtable here on WBCB. And we get ready for the Golden Hawks to host the Pensbury Falcons on Friday night. Big game of the week is how I'm feeling about it. And good luck to these guys. And we got one more school to talk to. So we make one more transition here. Thanks again to the Golden Hawks, Council Rock South, Coach Rook, JT, Mickey, appreciate it. And the Bristol Warriors in the house. Bristol with a bounce-back win over Pottstown. They're now 1-1. And Coach Oros with us, got a couple of players. Again, here at Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous hand-carved sandwich, the roast beef, the turkey. It is all good. And then the specialty sandwiches, like some of the guys have been mentioning, the tailgater, the Cuban. And right now, the Bristol Warriors with us as we continue to talk high school football. We get to meet the players. We thank the coaches for giving up a little bit of time on a Wednesday night. Congratulations on the bounce-back win against Pottstown.
Thank you.
What was the key for you guys to get it done?
I mean, it was a good team win. We were nice and resilient. We turned the ball over a little more than we wanted to. But as a staff, we're proud of the guys, the way that they didn't hang their heads. They just put their head down and get back to work. They just said next play. It was good. It was good. Still a lot to clean up. We're not where we want to be, but a lot of good things. It was a better week.
Sometimes in the pre-league portion of the high school football season, I hear about teams I'd never heard of before. Last week, I think I was talking about Boys Latin Charter and whether or not they had a football program. I apologize, Boys Latin. That was my ignorance is no reflection on your football program. But you guys play Hamburg. I'm like, what are you, flying over to Germany? Where is Hamburg?
It's a hike. We got our first road trip of the year. It's 90 miles away.
Okay.
Roughly. So we're looking forward.
Out west, up north, like Poconos?
Honestly, I don't even know. And it doesn't really matter, man. We go north, south, east, west. Don't matter who we're playing. We're just going to do our jobs, lock in for that week. We're looking forward to the road trip. Should be fun.
With the distance, is it a challenge to scout them? Were you able to see some film, and what are you expecting from Hamburg this week?
Yeah, I mean, with huddle and stuff, it alleviates some of those potential issues.
Right.
But, yeah, they got a new staff over there. They're doing a lot of stuff. They like to spread the ball out, a lot of like Y off and all that kind of stuff. Defensively, you know, they like to bring pressure and stuff. So we just got to know where it's coming and what's coming from where, and with our assignments and our rules and whatnot, we'll be good.
So in this win over Pottstown, where do you guys see the strengths on this Bristol team? As far, you know, right now 1-1, where are you guys building on?
Yeah, I think special teams has been a highlight last week for sure. Winning that battle of the hidden yardage, our punter's been doing a great job flipping the field when needed. We had a kick return, so that's always helpful, right? And then offensively, we are running the ball nicely. We just got to, you know, add some wrinkles here and there, but we are doing what we want to do. We want to run the ball, throw when we have to, roll out, all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's almost like a luxury to be able to be scoring points and having such positive things happen on special teams.
Right.
So keep that going throughout this season. Again, Bristol getting ready for Hamburg. Coach, tell us who you brought with you tonight for the Roundtable show.
Yeah, so to my right, I got junior Eddie Diaz. He's a tight end, DN kind of hybrid player for us. I would go off on a limb and say probably most improved player we have so far from last year. Just from a mental standpoint, he really understands the offense now, really understands the defense. When we saw this coming as a scout team player, he was giving us issues here and there, and he kind of is coming into his own, and he's one of the best players on the field every Friday or Thursday, whenever we're playing.
Yeah, we had Thursday night football this last week. Eddie, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Been asking everybody who their favorite NFL players are at their position, and we've had some defensive ends, offensive linemen, but I don't think we've had any tight ends quite yet.
Tight ends, I'll just go with Kelsey. I mean, he plays the game great.
Yeah.
DN, as much as it pains me to say, I'd say Parsons. I'm a Cowboys fan, so losing him is big, but...
Oh, man, what happened with that, man?
Come on now.
Jerry,
Jerry,
what are you doing? What do you guys need to do against Hamburg in order to continue? You bounce back, get a win over Pottstown. Now you want to keep that moving.
Yeah, I mean, I just think we gotta do our job, stay to ourselves. Make a mistake next play. So what if it happened? We just bounce back, stay within, just do our assignments, and do everything we've been doing. We'll win the game. 4
tackles in the last game, and also you play baseball for Bristol.
Yeah.
I mean, is that a challenge to play 2 sports, or does that?
I love it. It's great. Football helps you with baseball. Baseball's my main thing, really. I started playing football 8th grade year, and it's improved my baseball abilities, I would say.
Right.
And it just makes you a better athlete.
The one thing helps the other
Yeah.
thing. How about game day atmosphere in the borough? What are some things that you really enjoy about being under the lights and being in that moment?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, everyone in town knows each other, so you're all there supporting each other. The fans are great. The band's nice, everything.
Yeah.
Just a great atmosphere.
All right, future considerations. Where are you going to be at? You're senior this year. Junior. Okay, you got time. You got time. But right now, what are you thinking about all of that stuff? You got time, but not.
Yeah, I got time.
Not forever.
Yeah.
You don't got forever.
I'm thinking going to the medical field and being a doctor, surgeon.
Terrific.
Yeah, so that's one of my goals, and just keep getting better and better as seasons go on.
Yeah, how would you define Bristol Warrior football? What's that brand about? What is it about to be a Bristol Warrior, to be part of that locker room, to be amongst those guys on the sideline?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I would like to say we're like the underdog. Everyone overlooks us, but we stay to ourselves and we do our jobs, and we play good football, and it's a great team to be a part of.
All right, we'll keep that vibe going, and good luck this week against Hamburg as the Bristol Warriors with us here at the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. That'll wrap it up. We got everybody now done. Appreciate all of our teams for being with us. Bristol, Council Rock South, of course, the Morrisville Bulldogs, Pensbury, Neshaminy. Who else am I missing? Egan, the Conwell-Egan Catholic Eagles, also with us. And we got 2 games for you on BCB Friday night at 7 o'clock. Neshaminy and the Pensbury game as they take on Council Rock South. And Neshaminy against Cheltenham. So both those games on BCB. Thanks to everybody at Sandy's, and thanks to you for checking in with the High School Coaches Roundtable Show. Our video engineer, Brianne O'Neill, our intern, who's looking for a new title, but I don't think we've come up with one yet. So thanks to intern Ava Fife, and checking out high school football on WBCB. And thanks so much to Sandy's Beef and Ale, the home of the world-famous hand-carved sandwich, for hosting our High School Coaches Roundtable Show on your station in Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties.